Greetings, YouTube. So I promised I would do offer grades of the Cavalier and uncollected ones, and I will get to those. I mean, we've got a few days this weekend. These things aren't going away anytime soon, right? They're going to be around for 3 full days. So please be patient. But I gotta just react now that I'm able to process. It's been about an hour at the time of recording this from when these bundles came out. I've got to just react to what is kind of going on in real time in my head. And every time the game chooses a day like today, and we have like flashpoints on our calendar for MCFC. July 4th and Cyber Weekend are the 2 days during the year where we're like, oh man, stuff's about to go down. Now, I'll say the exception to that is when they announce completion or exploration rewards for new chapters of a new act. So like Act 7.1. Soon it'll be probably Act 7.2. Those are the days that you think, okay, well, maybe they're going to start introducing something new. I'll never forget the thing that made me the angriest and most shocked and let a lot of players, including some fantastic YouTubers, quit. And that was when, before we had even had the chance to rank 5, to max rank our 5 stars, Kabam had already announced that they were going to start busting out 6-star champions. Well, today, I thought it was going to all be about the usual suspects. I thought best case scenario, we would get a 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal and certainly more opportunities to purchase things like 6-star Nexus crystals. Keep in mind, last year's spring cleaning event was really tame. You got a couple chances for a 5-star Nexus and a 5-star generic Awakening Gem. And I realize it wasn't as progression-based as this year, but still, like, there's nothing game-changing about that. It's sort of like recycling the best offers from, like, the previous calendar year. So when you say spring cleaning, you're kind of thinking about the past, not the future. But that's not what today was about. Because while we did get 6-star Nexus Hero Crystals as Throne Breakers, and we did get class-based 6-star Nexus Crystals, though I've seen some people freak out about these things can be the biggest scam that I have seen. You can go for Mutant, and you can get Deadpool X-Force, Psylocke, and I guess we'll go with a good middle to upper tier champion, Gambit, right? But you can, all I'm saying is you could easily get 3 trash champions. You can go for Cosmic, thinking you're going to get Cosmic Ghost Rider or Corvus, and you could get Groot, King Groot, and Satan herself, Kamala Khan. So I think the 6-star Nexus Crystal is crazy overpriced, and it's the worst value for the Thronebreaker store. But the 2 takeaways that I have already received a ton of feedback, even to the point that some players have already said, I am done. Players are now quitting because of this. Let's start with this. This is a generic 6-star Awakening Gem disguised as a class base. Because anytime you have a choice instead of a chance, this is a selector. And I encourage anyone who's going to buy this to not open it unless you've got like 3 champions that you don't think there's any chance that you can all land on, but maybe you could if you buy all the Nexus. Don't purchase this. Don't open it. Don't open the Awakening Gem Selector until you've purchased all your 6-star Nexus crystals or 6-star crystals, because you don't want to awaken the champion and then immediately land on the champion. And how many times have we seen that? I don't care if we're talking about 4-star crystals or 5-star crystals, right? The algorithm strikes back, as we always like to say. So this thing is essentially $200. $200 worth of doubloons gets a Thronebreaker player a 6-star Awakening Gem Selector. That is insane, given that previously, when we look at these special quests, the only way that you could get that is from 100% exploring the Abyss of Legends. You see that generic 6-star Awakening Gem popping out? Yeah. But that's what this is. But the difference is, I don't care. You can be the best player in the world and still use at least 4,000 units worth of revives on an Abyss path, especially when it's not the quote-unquote easy one. And so you're going to spend at least 20,000 units. And let's just say, hypothetically, you're the greatest person who ever played the game, because all the people in the comments always say, oh, YouTubers suck. I'm the best. Well, let's just assume that's correct. You can be the best player ever, but assuming you're not cheating, which hopefully you're not, it's still going to take you a crazy amount of hours to fully explore the Abyss. Not to mention the frustration of some of those BS fights. You skip all of that, every single step of it, and go straight to the best reward from purchasing this for $200. If you've got the cash, they're going to give it to you. That is a huge difference. And to those players who don't have the cash, they're going to feel like suddenly in the arms race that is rank 4 6 stars and awakening the best 6 stars, they can't keep up. But that is not the biggest arm race. Normally that would be stealing all the headlines. Nope, not today. Because these bizarro looking items, the tier 3 alphas, the tier 6 basic, this is a sign that the game is officially changing. And yes, this will have an impact on, say, the 5-star featured arena, as when people finally do get rank 4 6-star champions, then everything is going to shift just like it did when they got rank 3 6-star champions. But the game is forever changed. Now, I will say this. If you only needed one tier 6 basic and one tier 3 alpha to take a 6-star to rank 4, I'd be pretty dang worried about this. But as I showed in my offer video, and let's just pull it up again, you don't need one, you need 3. You need 3 of each, along with 2 fully formed tier 5 class catalysts with somebody like my boy Triumphant, who's like the best player I've ever met in the game. He could do that pretty easily because he's in the top Alliance Quest and Alliance War Alliance. But most people, it's going to be a crazy amount of time before you form 1 tier 5 class catalyst for the normal, even upper tier player versus 2. But the 3 tier 3 alpha and 3 tier 6 basic, I would not assume that that's going to be the next year for most players. Maybe the top 1% of the player base will get there, but the rest, not so much. I also want to remind you that when tier 5 basic catalysts first came out, it was 4,500 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments. 10% of 1 tier 5 basic for $100 for an Odin. And so the first time that the item is introduced, they have to set the ceiling of the price so high that it's astronomical. And even though I'm sure all the whales at those top alliances are going to be forced to jump themselves into an arms race they didn't know they were even in a conflict with when they woke up this morning, for the majority of people, skip it. You got plenty of time to worry about that. If you really want to simulate what a rank 4 6-star is, if you have a rank 3 6-star, and if you're Thronebreaker, you have to literally have one. Just put a 30% greater champion boost on them for an hour, play around with them, see their health, see their attack. That's probably about what a rank 4 6-star is going to look like. A 30% buff of health and attack versus what the rank 3 looks like. I can't tell you to not be frustrated by this if you're somebody who's even a casual spender. This is telling all those Abyss players who spent the time to explore it, yeah, for $200, we'll just give the average loser like Profhoff who can't have the skills, the time, or I'm not going to say the resources because I have the resources, but who basically is just too scared, too chicken to do the Abyss. Yeah, we'll just give him for $200 the same item. Good for him. He charged his credit card. They are a for-profit company after all. Between the 6-star generic awakening gem and the tier 3/tier 6 bundle 12, I get it. But what I also get is that this game, every content yet can be beat by rank 5 5-stars. I have seen people destroy the Abyss with a rank 5 65 Aegon and other great champs like Doom. I've seen people destroy Act 6, Act 7 with 565 5-stars. And the ability to take 5-stars to rank 5 continues to go down and is easier and easier to do. And that's really what excites me, because I hate when people say 5-stars are the new 4-stars. That's not true. That's never going to be true, especially when you look at the attack and health pools of those champions. And unless Kabam does the unforgivable and just says you can't bring in your 5-stars to future content, and that's really going to be when the player base revolts, and as they should, if there's 5-star gates. But until that happens, the rank 4 6-star conversation, the arms race, let the 1% of the whales, the blubberiest of whales, let them worry about that. Continue to rank up your 5-stars, rank up your 6-stars, and if you feel like you're burnt out from trying to be at the top, go to a semi-retired alliance. Don't do Alliance War. I love this game so much more than I did a couple years ago when I was doing Alliance War every day. And War is way harder now than it was 2 years ago. So just use this as an invitation if you're burnt out to just say, I'm taking my foot off the pedal. Maybe I'll go free to play. Maybe I'll just buy the Black ISO store. That kind of thing. But you've put so much into this game that don't let today scare you away from walking away, but at the same time, understand that the economy of the game has officially changed. A spring cleaning event, which we're used to seeing last year's offers come back up, now has given us things we've never seen before. And that is history. So, yeah, I look forward to reading the comments on this video. I know I'm producing a little bit longer videos than normal, but this has never happened before. It's not like I'm doing a crystal opening commentary, a bunch of 6-star Nexus in this one. This is something that definitely demands our attention as a community because it's a serious, honest discussion. I just implore those of you who love this game and now suddenly feel like you can't anymore, take your foot off the gas, stop charging your credit card, and just relax and enjoy the roster that you have. You'll be just fine. I promise you that.